Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. here. Today we are just swapping the external transmission filter on the 11 Duramax. So if you have a earlier generation Allison transmission with the changeable filter, I like to change these almost every time I do the oil change. Might be overkill, but to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure my pops did the same thing. This is super easy to do. You're always going to want to make sure you have just a little bit of the automatic transmission fluid on hand so you can put some in there before we spin it on. Really not a messy job to do. Really about a 5-10 minute job. Just make sure that the transmission fluid that you get, no matter what brand, that it meets the restrictions and requirements that are in the owner's manual for the Allison specifically. Other than that, you should be good to go. Again, I think GM's interval change on this is high teens or 20s. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I even paid attention. I always over maintain my vehicles and have a lot less problem with them. Before we get started, make sure you look down there in the corner, smash the subscribe button for me. Give me a thumbs up at the end of the video and hit the notification bell so you know I'm posting new content. If you want a video made about anything, make sure you comment in this specific video and I will try and get that to you. I will also link in the description this filter on the Zahn. It is the TF950. I've taken it out of the box because the box is pretty much trashed by the time I got it. But I always try and run back with this. I have seen people put a Fram filter on there. I would encourage you, for the price of this, just go with the AC Delco part. And then I'm going to use a simple tool. I've had this little filter wrench for a long time. I would encourage you guys to purchase these. If you're going to hold on to a vehicle for a long time, these are very inexpensive. Most times they're under $5. Sometimes you can get a 2-pack of them for $9. I will link this down below. If not, this is a 74mm wrench for removing filters, and it may work on other cars. So if you have a small import or a small GM vehicle that has one of these smaller filters, this may also work for that. So kind of dual purpose there. Again, links to all that down below. But we're going to get to it. We're going to get underneath you. I'll show you where it's at, and I'll remove it, and we'll put on the new one. All right, so we're on the driver's side. That is the external transmission filter. I've loosened it up with our little thing. Again, lefty-loosey. That is one of the original Allison transmission filters. You can see you're going to lose just a smidge bit of fluid, not a ton. That's why I put some fluid back in the new one. But I'm going to go ahead and take that off. It's going to be a smidge bit messy for a second and get the other one back on and get the area cleaned up. Now, if you guys have been doing this your whole time and you see this on your old filter, this is a magnet. Make sure you reinstall it on your new filter. That's just going to set on top of it, and you can check and see if there's anything kind of awry on this. This looked pretty good. A little bit of like grayish sludge, but no big particles or anything like that. Nothing to be worried about. I would say where I work when I'm cleaning oil pans, 90% of the time I see these stuck on the filters, so they're not going back on. So if you had another shop doing it and you don't have this, it's not a deal breaker. But if you're doing it yourself, make sure you put this back on. You're not really going to lose that much fluid when you take this off, but make sure you probably have some type of catch can or floor protection, because you'll probably lose a 1/4 cup. But again, that's why we put some fluid back in the filter before we reinstalled the new one. So like I said, we're going to put this on there, and then other than that, once you get it tightened, that is all that it takes. Obviously, after you drive it next time, make sure you guide underneath there and check for any type of leaks. These magnets are probably available on the market. They're very, very shatterable, so don't drop this while you're cleaning it up before you reinstall it. Other than that, guys, that is how you do the transmission filter on a LML diesel, or it's about the same as an LMM also. So as long as you have the external filter on the transmission, it's probably going to be the same part number. Always make sure you get that original rubber gasket that was on the old filter off there, otherwise it won't seal correctly. That's it. Easy breezy maintenance, guys. Catch you on the next one.